Hello and welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I am CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 22 on Sunday the 11th of March 2012. Now, you're probably wondering why there is a chair here. Well, if you would have watched last week's Disney News Show, I did mention that there was a possibility of a special guest appearing on the show this week, and I am pleased to say that my special guest this week is Verity. Hello, Verity.
What's up?
Welcome to Disney News Show, and we are going to be talking a bit about the new film from Disney, John Carter, which came out on Friday. We went to see it, didn't we?
Yes, it was, yeah.
It was, yeah. So on this week's Disney News Show, we're going to do things back to front kind of thing. We're going to talk a bit about John Carter to start off with, and then I will be reading the news out later on. So if you want to get to the news, that'll be coming up at the end of the show. But first of all, yeah, John Carter came out in cinemas on Friday. This was Friday the 9th of March 2012, and I'm just going to ask Verity here. What were your first impressions of the film?
Well, when I saw the trailer, I thought this isn't quite Disney. It didn't look quite as what you'd expect from the usual Disney films. But the actual film, it was a good adventure. I'd say if you've ever seen 300 or Star Wars, it's like of the both.
Yeah, it's not your average kind of thing you would expect from Disney, to be honest. But I do like the way that they're getting into more of the live action proper thing with the Disney brand, because it was nice that it's not Touchstone or anything like that. They actually went proper Disney, and
I think the 3D in it worked really well because he does a
the
lot
3D
of like
was
jumping.
really good.
So if you've ever seen it, you'll know.
I'd definitely recommend going to see it in 3D if you get the chance, because it just makes the experience a lot better.
Yeah, and you just so grow to love the characters that have got like.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but that was really good.
Yeah. If you've seen it, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah, the little tusk things. Yeah, maybe we should have looked into that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tarks. Tarks? Were they called Tarks?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Look up yourself if you want to know. I'm sure you can find out. But my first impressions or overall impressions are that it's a really, really good. The action and the whole the cinematic effects, the CGI, I think is really, really incredible. One kind of downside maybe is the fact that I think Mars is quite bland. I don't know if you thought that as well.
Yeah.
I think.
But it was a planet in turmoil.
Yeah, really. But I think they could have done maybe a bit more to kind of make it a bit more as we'd expect Mars. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you actually watch the film, it is supposed to be a planet that's like on the edge of not existing.
Yeah.
And so it is like a war zone. So I suppose that kind of blandness just reflects the fact that it's dying.
And that's the kind of the basis of this film. We're trying to save Mars from being taken over by the bad guy. Who's
acted by Dominic West, I think.
Really? Yeah.
Because, I recognised him because he was on a TV show a bit back. That's not relevant.
No, it's good. But obviously you've got John Carter is portrayed by Taylor Kitsch.
He's very attractive.
Yep. We'll move on from there. He was good. I enjoyed that. I loved the period bit of it. I don't know if you liked that.
Yeah, with like the whole war and.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really nicely portrayed. And obviously the start and the end of the film is in New York. Was it New York? I think it was
some old American city.
Old American city. We'll go for that.
It could be New York. It could be Chicago.
Could have been anywhere, but it really was done really well.
It was.
A bit about the director. Now this obviously is directed by Andrew Stanton, who many of you will know from being one of the geniuses behind Pixar, from the films such as Finding Nemo and WALL-E. Now there are, I don't know, did you know that?
No.
No, you didn't know that? Oh, okay. So let's just talk a bit about that. There was not really anything to suggest that this was the same guy. I don't think there was much similarities between his work with Pixar and then the John Carter. I don't know if you saw anything.
Did he just do the animation or?
It was the director.
Oh well, you've got again with WALL-E, you've got the kind of the city that's dying. They're like
there is a similar kind of story about that.
Yeah, you've got like kind of like dust covered.
Yeah.
And whereas here it's Mars, but you know.
Yeah. I know
was it Jadoon?
Barsoom
was Mars and
Jadoon was there. That's it. Yeah. So there's kind of a few similarities there that we spotted, and that was really, really nice. Oh, you had something to say. What did you spot in the film?
Right. If anyone's not been to see it yet, or if you have been to see it, tell me, because we were watching it, and there's a part where she goes, "You are John Carter of Earth." And she's got, like, I think she's got, like, a Mickey Mouse in her arm tattoos.
Yeah.
On her,
hidden Mickey. I think it was on
it might be that arm.
You can even spot it on the trailer.
Like,
we went and looked back.
Yeah,
it was on the trailer.
It's on the trailer. If you go, it's got like a kind of line and a line, and then there's like a dot, 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 and I think it's a hidden Mickey.
I'd say that's really
the first thing I said to you once we finished. Did you see the Mickey?
Like, did you see the Mickey? Was that actually a hidden Mickey? But I thought that was a really nice. Obviously, they try and do that a lot with Disney. Obviously, you know, the theme parks and stuff. They kind of incorporate that a lot into there. And so she's got kind of body paints. I think that's what you call it.
Yeah.
Not really tattoos.
Well, they were supposed to be like the red people, so I think it was probably just like sort of like family markings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then something else you mentioned to me just as we leave this episode was the amount of like the dead bodies.
Yeah. Compared to
quite...
normal Disney, this one you actually see corpses rather than just skeletons.
Yeah.
So like there's a part where it's like a big battle, and it's like as he's going into battle, he's fighting people, and then it's like it cuts with that and him burying his. And that's
very
very
mature. Not mature. Well, would you say mature? Like
yeah, for Disney.
For Disney, because obviously you've got your Pirates of the Caribbean, which has skeletons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this was a whole new level, really.
Yeah.
Maybe we're seeing the proper Disney brand moving in a completely new direction now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that may be something that you would have noticed if you've seen the film. Don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, I was just kind of shocked.
It's quite shocking, really, because obviously you've got Disney's obviously quite an innocent kind of brand, and maybe that they're putting that.
Although in The Princess and the Frog you do see, was it Reginald, the little firefly?
Yes.
You do see
that. Is it called Reginald?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Ray. We get there in the end. Between us, we know quite a bit. It's just it's the whereabouts we know. Yeah. So, do you have anything else to mention about the film?
I can't think of anything at the moment.
No.
Just keep.
We really enjoyed it. I'd say.
An eye out for him.
I've seen quite a few reviews. I've seen Rotten Tomatoes. Last time I checked, it was 49%, which isn't great, but I don't know, 49% of the reviews are positive. That's from the top critics.
Yeah, although it's an alright movie, I don't think they're going to make much money on
Disney.
it.
I think Disney are going to end up losing money. I don't really want to say that, but they spent a lot of money on it. We were in the cinema. How many people were there? 20 people? Less than 20 people on opening night. That shows how not unpopular. I think word of mouth is going to help this a lot. But on opening night of a film in 3D. You would not expect that, would you?
Yeah, and I mean, like, with The Princess and the Frog again, there was all that kind of, like, advertising build-up where it would just be the princess and the frog and she'd be looking out, and everyone was, like, wondering what it was, and then you found out that it was this new cartoon, and I think that there's so much hype about Disney cartoons, they're bound to do better than their other films. There hasn't been much advertising for this one.
No, I think they have tried to push it quite a bit, but not enough at all for something of this scale and of this much kind of money and experience. I think there's a lot of experience been put into it. Obviously experienced like cinematographers and people. I really do think that I don't know, maybe Disney can pull it back with future sequels and things, because that was another thing. It ended on a really fantastic place to kind of be picked up again.
It's like it's finished the film and you know that the film is finished and that story is finished, but there could so easily be more.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Because he obviously, I don't want to really ruin the story, but he... Actually, I don't want to say that.
No, you don't.
I won't say anything because I'll end up ruining it for you. But our recommendation is go and see it.
Yes.
Definitely. Last night I was on Twitter and I was talking to some people and I was asking, has anyone been to see it, and would they write a quick review for us to read out, because we've got our opinions, but we like to obviously give you more opinions and stuff like that. So I got one from the YouTuber called xWolfieScar, I think it is, or @WolfieScar on Twitter, and so I'm just going to quickly read out her nice review. It's pretty. It's quite short, and I will we'll reflect on this afterwards. But it starts off: Andrew Stanton's movie adaptation of John Carter is an old-fashioned movie told with cutting-edge technology that kept me gripping from beginning to end. I had the privilege of viewing John Carter 3D with D-Box motion coding, which made the movie seem even more real to the audience. When a gun was fired or a horse was running, you would feel that you were in that scene with your favourite characters. But the movie, even without the addition of the D-Box, was incredible and the 3D was brilliant. Taylor Kitsch, who plays the hero, John Carter, put on a great performance along with Tarkis, Willem Dafoe, a leader of a Martian tribe, and the 12-foot tall Tark.
There we go, I told you.
Yeah. Oh, you got it right. Or, yeah. Tark's daughter, Sola, played by Samantha Morton, and the beautiful princess daughter, Deja, played by Lynn Collins. I would overall give the movie an 8 out of 10 for its character design, plot and score by the fantastic Michael Giacchino, who, she's mentioned, does the scores for Cars 2, Up, The Incredibles and Ratatouille, to name a few, and also the acting. It will definitely be a day one purchase for me. If you go and see the movie, well, go and see any movie, make sure it's this one. So obviously a very positive performance that, well, it gave to Courtney, who this is from. I hope you don't mind me saying your name, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I quite liked it, but I don't think I'd get it on DVD.
No.
Or Blu-ray.
No.
Cinema film.
And I think from that, it doesn't really make an impression on you, but it's just a really nice. A nice feature to go and see if you get the chance over the next few weeks. Definitely go and check it out. Do it for Disney. I mean, if you're going to do it for anyone, do it for Disney. They need it. They need all the support they can get with this one. I don't know how it's fared in the US, but obviously, as I was saying, there was not that many people here in the UK who went to go and see it.
I was almost about to burst into "Do you hear the people sing from my voice?"
Yeah. Is there anything you want to talk about that? Oh, that mentions the Princess Deja. You had something to say about that, did you? The princess in it. Yesterday you said.
What, she annoyed me a bit.
She annoyed you, yeah.
I mean, at the beginning it was quite alright, but then after a bit it was just.
The amount of times she says Carter.
Carter. Just,
very American as well.
No, I don't mind the Americanness.
No?
It's just the fact that it's a constant repetition of his name. It's just like John Carter. John Carter. John. Okay, we know his name.
Yeah. So that is that.
That might just be me being temperamental about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. But definitely do go and check it out. Really, really enjoyable film. I think that's all we've got to say.
I don't know. You got recognised.
Oh, yes.
We went to a UCAS thing the other week for universities, and you got recognised. If you're watching, hello.
Yes.
And
someone actually saw me, which is...
How dare you, because he's non-stop going on about this. Just all the time. Oh, I was recognised. No, I'm so... No, he's... Well, no, it's not that, but... You know.
Well, thank you.
He's so happy, bless him.
Thank you so much.
If you do see him, run up. Oh, yeah, new thing. If you do see him, run up and just hug him.
Why?
Because
actually,
that'll
no, that's
terrify
fine.
you.
Oh, it probably would terrify me.
Just someone going, ka-dunk. Yeah, that's the new plan.
Yeah, but thank you so much for recognising. That really did make my day, and I really enjoyed it. I made the convention worthwhile going to. Because,
so looking for future universities didn't make it. No, it's being recognised from YouTube.
That's all that counts. But yeah, I think that's all we were going to mention.
Yeah, I'm going to mosey on out now.
Yes, I will be talking about the news in a sec minute, so stay around for that if you want to find out all the latest news from Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and the whole Disney company. I will be doing the news straight after this. But here is Verity. I hope you enjoyed having a guest on the show.
Hope I didn't annoy you too much.
But yeah,
you laugh at me because you know it's true.
Well, yeah. Please leave any feedback for Verity for me. We'd love to hear what you think of how this went and stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed this section of the show of us talking about John Carter. A really, really incredible film. Really recommend it. And thanks for watching this. See ya. So, I hope you enjoyed that section of the show, but without further ado, we'll get straight on with the news. So, let's start with Walt Disney World, and first up this week, we have that the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival began on Wednesday, and includes lots of new events, and obviously the topiaries, as well as the old ones that we all know and love. It will run through to May 20th, and you can find all the kind of info about the events and what's happening on the Disney Parks blog. So if you're going between now and obviously May 20th, you will be able to see obviously all the great things they put on for the Flower and Garden Festival, all the character kind of designs on the topiaries and everything like that. It looks really great. I've never actually been at Walt Disney World while the Flower and Garden Festival's been on, but I know I've seen lots of pictures and it looks great. Also, there's some really nice merchandise that you should definitely check out if you're there. It looks really, really nice for this year, and definitely just go and check that out. I know there's a post on the Disney Parks blog for that one as well. Next, this week, we've had that a new video from Walt Disney Imagineering has been released, detailing the new Be Our Guest restaurant, which will open along with the rest of a new Fantasyland, whenever that may be. It shows how they created the mural, which will be located inside the restaurant, and more about what to expect from this new and unique experience that will be the Be Our Guest restaurant, and I am so much looking forward to this. Beauty and the Beast is obviously my favourite Disney film, as many of you will know, and so the Be Our Guest restaurant looks incredible. They've done a big mural to kind of give the sense that you are out in the castle in the middle of France, and it is this enchanted forest kind of area, and it looks really, really fantastic. Definitely go and check out that video if you get a chance. Just search it somewhere and you'll be able to find it. But it looks really, really great, and definitely have a look for that. If anyone is going to Disney World and gets a chance to go to the Be Our Guest restaurant when it opens, I think it will probably be either end of this year or beginning of next year, 2013. Definitely let me know what is happening there. Okay, finally, from Walt Disney World, on Friday, the new Royal Guest Rooms at Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside opened. This includes over 500 rooms having been transformed to be fit for royalty, apparently. You can check out a video on the Disney Parks blog, but to me, they don't look that much different from maybe what you would expect at a moderate resort. I know it's nice, you've got lighting up headboards and stuff like that. Nice pictures of princesses on the walls, as you would expect. But, I don't know, maybe they could have done a bit more. I don't know, maybe the rooms... Obviously, I haven't stayed at Port Orleans, but it would be my favourite moderate resort, and I would love to stay there. But I don't know, maybe they could have done a bit more. I don't know what your views are on this. But I'd love to hear if anyone gets to go, if anyone has the chance to have a look round these royal, royal guest rooms at the Port Orleans Resort. Apparently there was being a complete renovation of the Port Orleans resorts, both Riverside and French Quarter, I think, to have these rooms, or at least better rooms, by this summer. I think that's supposed to be finished, so definitely, if you're going down, let me know what it's like. Over at Disneyland, California, we have a bit of news there that with the opening of New Cars Land at Disney's California Adventure fast approaching, Bob Iger and Tom Staggs visited the park on Tuesday, where they got to try out some of the new attractions. And there's some pretty big news that came along with this, and that all three expansions of the park, including Cars Land, Buena Vista Street and the Cathay Circle Theatre, will be opening on June 15th this year. Now that's great news, because I wasn't expecting them to be opening that soon. That's only in a couple of months, 3 months or so until that. So obviously Disney's California Adventure is now going to be so much bigger than it is now, with the 3 expansions, and so definitely check that out if you're going. I mean, you wouldn't miss it if you were going to Disneyland, but I really want to find out what is going on there. Not going on, but what is it like, because that looks really, really good. The new kind of Cars Land area I think it's 12 acre, so it's like the biggest land anywhere, really. Well, except for Epcot, but lands at Epcot are pretty big. But the Cars land is going to be so big. The whole Ornament Valley kind of landscape is going to look so nice that that I'm really looking forward to go there whenever I manage to visit Disneyland. Okay, moving on to a bit of general parks news now, and that the John Carter Vinylmation will arrive at the Disney parks this fall, and these look really nice figures. You can see a video on the Disney Parks blog, and the 4 figures include John Carter obviously, Deja, Tars Tarkus and Wooler, who is like the dog kind of animal thing. And there's a video on, obviously as I said, on the Disney Parks blog. You can check that out. Obviously we mentioned, well, spoken quite a lot about John Carter before. I'm really looking forward to these. I'll try and get my hands on some Vinylmations from John Carter, because I think they'll look really great. And so that is that. Finally, well, yeah, this is pretty much all the news now, but from Disney Cruise Line, on Tuesday, the Disney Fantasy arrived in Port Canaveral to be greeted by hundreds of Disney fans and people waiting to take a cruise on the ship. And this will be the home of the ship for all her Caribbean cruises, as with the other Disney Cruise Line ships. And they will begin on March 31st. So it's not long now until the maiden voyage of the Disney Fantasy. Last week we had the christening. The week before, I think it left Germany, or was that 2 weeks ago. And so, yeah, it's finally at Port Canaveral. And so I'd love to hear from anyone who's going on the Disney Cruise Line for the maiden voyage of the Disney Fantasy on March 31st. I'm sure it'll be a fantastic experience. And I'd love to hear from you guys if anyone is lucky enough to go. Okay, that is really all the news. There's not loads, but I know this might have been quite a long show with the kind of John Carter bit we did at the beginning. I hope you enjoyed that. I mentioned just before that well, when I read out the review from it was Wolfie Scar, I said, was the name of the person who read out, well, whose review I read out. It actually happens that I didn't get it wrong, but she's got a new channel now. She just mentioned that before. That it's Wolfie Sunday, not Wolfie Scar, so forget that. Link below will be for Wolfie Sunday. Go and check her out. She's going to be doing reviews and unboxings apparently. Also, if you need more Disney news, then don't forget to check out Fan920's Disney News Reviews. I'm sure that'll be up later on today. I don't know what he's reviewing yet, but I'm sure it's always great as usual. He's also done kind of, Everyday Adventures with Fan920, and that's really funny. He goes out and buys an office chair, and it's just a really great video. I really enjoyed that, so definitely check that out as well. Link will be below to his news reviews. This week we also have the DisneyBrit podcast will be out on Wednesday, so definitely check that out for all your latest Disney, British Disney news. Really great. Looking forward to Mouse Meets in only about 2 months now until Mouse Meets. I'm so excited. If anyone is going to Mouse Meets, then definitely tell me, because I will be going, and I'd love to meet up with people if they are going to be visiting Mouse Meets. You've also got the Mini Minxes podcast. I listened to this week's one only the other day. It's so good. Definitely check out the Mini Minxes podcast. That link will be below as well, so you can go and check them out. Really great. Kimmy and Laura do a fantastic job every week, and so definitely go and check out the Mini Minxes new podcast. Finally, don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter. I know lots of people don't know this, but I am on Twitter, so if you ever want to someone to follow, go and check me out. I just tweet about anything really, generally Disney stuff, but you never know. So go and check that out. Most of the people I've just mentioned are on Twitter as well, so go and follow them as well if you're on Twitter. I'd love to talk to you about stuff. So that is pretty much the Disney News Show for this week. I know it's been quite long, and I really hope you enjoyed the beginning section. I was talking about John Carter. I'd love to hear your reviews as well. Leave comments down below, send me messages, anything about that John Carter there. Also anything any comments you have about anything happening in the show today, any of the news. If you're going to Walt Disney World, definitely tell me. I love to hear from people who are going or anything like that. And that is pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed the show this week, and that you will tune in next time there is a Disney News show. I'm pretty sure I won't be doing one next week, but I'll try and get one the week after. I just know I've got a really busy time over the next few weeks. I'm going on Duke of Edinburgh next weekend, and I've got my French exchange the weekend after, so it's all going to be really hectic. But I'll try and get you a good show out at some point. So, thank you again for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.